Hey everybody, it's Bad News Bert here again. Today I've got for you my highlights from Lawrence's Twilight Cup tournament. Here's my first opponent, first round against Morrtos. You can see a 6 there. So one thing I noticed about Morrtos 6 is it is quite weak to Dusclops, and so I do use it a lot in our 3 matches. First match, or the first round of our match, Morrtos won. Second round was me. This was the tiebreaker. Losing the first round versus Morrtos, I was almost like, oh my god, it's the Boulder Cup nightmare coming true again for me. But I was able to win the second round, and here's the third. Togekiss, cool choice. He went with Togekiss over Azumarill in his 6, which I also went with different fairy. Come out with Dusclops for the switch in, Ice Punch. This is one of those matchups I was talking about that Dusclops was going to do really well in. Uses Ancient Power, no boost. I do notice that he's using Ancient Power, which is an interesting choice. Comes in with a Skuntank. And this is another one of those matchups that I talked about in the last video where, yeah, Crunch is going to destroy my Ghost pretty quick, but if it doesn't have Bite and it's got Poison Jab, I'll be able to absorb a lot of those moves. And get out a lot of charge moves for neutral damage, or at least eat up shields. So this isn't a bad matchup. Could be better. I do switch to Toxicroak while I've got him locked in still. Take that, move very nicely. If you can get that switch right as they do the move, and you know it's a move that you can absorb, it's like a really good move. Take out Skuntank. And then back in with Togekiss, so my Toxicroak's gonna go down pretty quick to that hidden power. Go in with Skuntank. I'm not exactly sure why I didn't just bring out Dusclops here. I did have a move charged up, but oh well. I guess I could use it to charge up my move so that I can get ready for this last Pokemon. What is it? Venomoth. So I guess I was kind of almost anticipating an Azumarill. So I hit with Sludge Bomb. Does some okay damage before going down. And then you know, I should have hit that move pretty quick. He gets his off first, and I live it. Just barely. Get in a Fire Punch, and that's a good game. Morrtos. Second opponent, BenTheEnchanter. Cool that Ben showed up to this one. Had never fought him in PvP before, I don't think. And this was his first tournament. There's a 6, very aggressive 6 there. Cool Fish, kind of an interesting one, but also a really good Pokemon in this meta. This would be our first round. Leads with Skuntank, so I've got the lead going for me here. You see it does have Poison Jab. He switches to his Toxicroak. Could have stayed in, but I want to save my Toxicroak for that Skuntank. And I do have a Toxicroak counter here with my Togetic. Togetic getting some action here. Block the Sludge Bomb, which is critical. Hitting him with my Hidden Power. I'll let you try to figure out what Hidden Power type it is. I'm not going to quite give it away, but... And decide to shield it. Didn't have to. Could have absorbed that nicely, but I was afraid of this Sludge Bomb. But I take out Toxicroak, and I've still got a lot of health and a lot of energy saved up, so this is looking really good for me. Azumarill now. Now this one's a matchup I probably wouldn't win. But I tried for the Ancient Power, thinking that maybe I get lucky, but no dice. Awesome shiny Azumarill, by the way. I know Ben's big on collecting shinies, so. Skuntank coming in. Skuntank was my designated Azumarill counter. Turn him up pretty nicely, building up some energy for the next Pokemon I would have to face. Hit him with the crunch. Blocks it, but it's cool. I've got another crunch here to finish off Azumarill. Okay, no shields. Here's his last Pokemon, it's another Skuntank. He's building up charge. I don't get a move off. Come in with Toxicroak. He's got a move for me though. Flamethrower. Live it again. Getting in the Mud Bomb here. He lives. And I take him out. I won by maybe, 2, 3 fast moves there. So, critical win there for me. Our second matchup, I'm just going to show a clip of this because it was pretty interesting the way it played out. So I lead Toxicroak to Azumarill. Now, if you play your Toxicroak right, you can beat an Azumarill. You just got to get the bluffs right, I think. Squeeze out a Mud Bomb for the bluff, and he does block it. That's good for me. Gonna have to shield to have a chance to win against this guy. And I decide to go for the switch at the same time, but he switches to Venomoth. Bad news, Ben. That would be the critical error there. Might have been better for him if he switched to the Venomoth earlier on. But I understand the idea of trying to hold out and wait for your opponent to switch first, because a lot of times that's the win if they switch first. So GG to Ben. And my last opponent, Eagle. So let me go ahead and show you his 6 real quick. I don't have a picture of it, but here it is on sylph.gg. Mostly what I've seen him use when we were practicing. Clefable's an interesting choice. So was Alolan Raticate. It looks to me like Eagle is saving himself some Stardust on this one, to be honest. Or maybe, I don't know. Nothing super high cost there from him this time. Alright, here's our match. This would be our second match. I won the first one. There was, Eagle said he had a switch glitch where he double switched. I asked him, do you want to restart? And he said no, so playing the good sport. Although I did lead with Dusclops into his Toxicroak, so it was kind of my game anyway, I believe. Lead with Togetic on the second one, taking kind of a risk there, but Togetic is a good counter. So Eagle's Toxicroak does have Poison Jab, which does pretty well against my Togetic there. Pretty even match. If he was, I'm assuming he did that deliberately as a way to beat other Toxicroaks or to beat Azumarill a little bit easier, to get off more charge moves. Like that risk, but I did spot it earlier on when we were practicing. And I did notice that he likes to lead with Toxicroak a lot, so I got away with that one. He could have tricked me, but... Okay, he's got a Venomoth, and I've got a Crunch saved up for him. He'll go ahead and shield it. Switches out. And at this point, looking good for me, because I know I can beat this Skuntank. I do have a shield, may as well use it. He can't switch. He's feels like the beginning of the end for Eagle. See, if you would have went in maybe with Skuntank versus Skuntank, he actually would have won that second round. We would have had a third round, but anyway, that's gonna be the end of that. I did want to go ahead and take a look here really quick at Sylph.gg. It's cool, you can see the points here, also the matchups, but points wise, I came in a high second, tying with basically Jeremy Absol. So I'm up to a total of 6 points in the league. I believe that me and Anthony will be tied for first going into the next tournament once they start putting out local rankings. Not that Lawrence will have its own like rankings, I don't know how that's going to work yet, but I'll be sitting in a pretty good position for being number 1 in LFK. So thanks guys for watching, hope you like the highlights reel. Leave me a comment if you have any suggestions about my video format. You'll notice that I do a very minimalist kind of style right now. I don't use a computer at all, it's all on my phone, but I kind of like that because it also makes it good for watching on a phone. And since Pokemon Go is a phone game, I kind of like that. Anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. Have a great day. See you later.